Dear and fellow brand ambassadors, it is always a great joy to be with you because you are the right people in my life and are doing the right thing together for the right purpose. Of course, that of uplifting humanity. You are the chosen one. I am the chosen one. We are the chosen one. So we are family. So today I am either joined or I am surrounded by four hefty men. You may call them my brothers. You may call them partners in crime. We accept all because that is who we are, one or both of them. And of course, we are going to make an overview of the week that has just ended. We all know that it has been it has been a very hectic and exciting week. So if you missed out on anything, you forgot one or two things, then the time is now. So you are all invited, guys, to join this discussion by sharing your perspective in the comment section on any of the 20 YouTube channels that you are watching us on. And of course, without much ado, guys, join me, welcome the formidable OTech pros. Brothers, you are welcome to this special number. And of course, you may unmute yourself to say hi to our beloved family members. Brother Vincent, I'll give you the chance to go ahead and say hi, please.
Hi, my name is Vincent Ete. I live in the UK and Milton Keynes. So I'm an IT professional. I've been in industry early 2000. So I work for many IT companies. So I start from technical support. Now I'm a DBA for the past 8 years. I've been working as a DBA. I'm working for multinational company, including IBM and so on. So I got a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge in IT technical background. So today we are here for our great webinar on passive. So I'll leave it there to give opportunity to my other brothers to introduce themselves as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Comfort.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Brother Vincent. Wow, that was a powerful one about yourself. We're just very excited to get a bit more in depth of who you are. So let's cross over to the United States of America and hear, of course, from our brother Oliver. Bro, you're welcome.
Yeah, hi everybody. So excited. I want to greet everybody that is here, those who are watching from the YouTube and those who are here with us. I want to say thank you, and I hope we are all fired up. My name is Oliver Fonte. I'm your friend. I'm here in Baltimore, Maryland, the United States, and I've been in the IT industry since 1999, from Europe, from Germany, Europe, then to the United States, and with multiple experience in networking, security, and database. But I'm now specialized for the past 11 years with IT security and with multiple certification. Thank you. Yep, Sister Comfort.
Thank you, Brother Oliver. I just muted myself. Thank you. And of course, it's kind of crisscrossing we're doing here. So we were in the UK to the US and then back to the United Kingdom. And of course, here, let's hear from our own Mr. Mana in the house. Collins, bro, you're welcome.
Yeah, so thank you, Mr. Comfort. Just want to greet all my tech brothers in the house and those who are watching online on YouTube and also here present with us. Yeah, so I'm Mana Collins from the United Kingdom, precisely Milton Keynes. So I've been in IT for the past 15 years. Started with first line support and then moved into quality assurance for the past years, which I'm in. So I'm a test lead, and again, I've worked in multiple applications with several certificates, and as well as a Scrum Master certificate, because I've worked in Scrum for almost 8 years of my career. And I've worked through all the methodologies, V model, waterfall, and Scrum, Agile Scrum. So what's my role about? It's about testing the applications, from scratch to delivery. So following all the process. So again, all the ideas about building a software is in this big head. So thank you very much, Mr. Comfort. I'll leave it there.
Thank you, Brother Collins. I like that little but big head. So we understand. I know exactly where you are coming from because we've got a taste of it. So why not go back to the United States of America, the beautiful Bel Air, Maryland. Brother Bob, you are welcome.
Yes, my sister Comfort, it's a pleasure being here. I want to thank my fellow brothers who are here with me, sharing this platform with you, Oliver, Collins, and Vincent. It's a great honor. My name is Bob Takusi. I'm speaking to you from Bel Air, and I'm your friend. I've lived here actually in the United States for 32 years, and I've been in the industry for 24 since 1998. Worked in several areas, but right now I'm an IT security analyst with one of the premier global insurance companies. I also specialize in third-party risk management and governance risks and compliance. It's an honor actually to be part of OnPassive and the history that is about to unfold. And I look forward to sharing our thoughts, what we've learned so far during the week with all our guests. So good to see all our friends who are watching us from YouTube and who are here online right now. And I'll send it back to you, Sister Comfort.
Oh, wow. I'm just so honored. And before I go ahead to even comment on what you all are made up of, why not acknowledge the baobab tree on which we all are leaning here, none else but our own Martin Digamo. He will not speak, you won't see him. And of course, he is there, the invisible man. So thank you, Brother Marty, for always being with us. Guys, if you are watching, just comment after listening to these four gentlemen. That is how much quality OnPassive has got. That is how much value OnPassive has got. That is what we are made of. And I am just so proud of this team. I'm proud of Mr. Ash Mufari and everything that's happening around us. And this takes us back to what we learned from our communications team. Let us tell people who we are and not what we are not. This takes us to business. So guys, let's just let it roll. Let's just get a free flow. The week has been pregnant with more than enough, but we are capable and I believe we are going to get it done. So I am just opening the mic and I gave to Brother Bob what has been happening this week. Let's just get it freely going.
Sure. Thank you, Sister Comfort. I'm just going to start with compliance. You know, it's good for us to understand where we are. I know for those who have been listening to me for the past maybe 6 weeks or so, I've been talking about our founder, Mr. Ash Mufara, now coalescing us and himself around experts, you know. So we have experts who are coming on board to guide us. And this week and the week before, we saw our firebrand, Dr. Soha, trying to get all of us streamlined communication to make sure we are all saying the same thing. We are all in one boat. We are all representing the company, you know, correctly. We are all brand ambassadors. She gave us the title brand ambassadors. And when I heard that, I was so excited because initially, when I listened to this opportunity of OnPassive and I understood the enormity and the likelihood of the magnitude of the impact that OnPassive will have to mankind, I said to myself that I was going to be one of the goodwill ambassadors privately. And when Dr. Soha labeled all of us brand ambassadors, that was enlightening to me. So I would advise us to comply. When we talk of compliance, compliance could be within our organization, as an organization, and also externally, without, you know. So let us look at it like we are adhering to the policy of the company, the policy or the rules that are being stipulated, are being put forward. So when our experts, those who are there to guide us, to direct us, when they say, do this, go to the back office. Go to the back office, get your information from the back office, represent yourself, represent the company, look at the company like yours. You are a brand of the company. That is what we should adhere to. That is good because oftentimes when they set these policies and ask us to comply with, usually it comes with a little bit of research or it is driven by data nowadays. So they use data, data analytics and all that, and then they arrive at a result that could form a policy. So the company could be doing this based on certain things that have been done and have been put in place, and they want us to comply with it. So it is very paramount. It is good for us, all of us founders, to comply with what Dr. Soha, our founder and CEO, Mr. Ash, Mr. Mohammed Kamal, all the leaders, what they are saying, what they're advising us. Right now, every single one of us, let us get together You know, I strongly believe agree with Brother Chris Johnson, what he said about the many webinars. I think we have gone past the time that we have all the webinars and all the different webinars. Right now, let us converge. We are at the convergence stage where we get the direction from one source. I think that will really help us, and that compliance could also be without. So our founder has told us, Mr. Mufara, we are in over 200 countries. And he has said that we comply with about 197 of those countries. That means that we have met the legal and regulatory requirements of these countries. You know, in England, where you are, the three of you, there are laws everywhere. Every country have their own laws, you know, especially privacy laws. In England, there's what we call the GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation.
Right.
It is a strict regulation that protects the data of European subjects. If you have a system that collects any European data, it doesn't, in England, actually, your email is considered personal data, Comfort, Vincent, and Collins.
Right.
So any system, you don't have to be in Europe. Wherever you are, you could be in America, or if that system is collecting the data of European subjects, you have to protect it. There are certain security controls that have to be in place, including the appointment of a data protection officer, what they call a DPO. To us, it could be our general counsel. So that when Mr. Ash tells us that we are in 107 countries, that means we have met those regulations, and it is very good for us. There are a lot of laws in America, in Canada, everywhere, but we comply. So that made me feel good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, bro. I really appreciate that you started just with what really is hitting my heart. I'll give room to my brother to chip in one or two contributions, because compliance is nothing that you can play about. You cannot manipulate it. You cannot say, I want to do a trial or not thing. Compliance is compliance. Brother Collins, if you can, let's stay strictly to unpassive. What are some of the things that people would do that show that they are non-compliant? What are the do's and especially the don'ts? So people just need to understand compliance are those rules and regulations that are guiding us, right? So what are some of the examples of the things that when you do, it means you are going against our policy?
Yeah, so when we look at it, you know, we have the non-disclosure agreement form, which is the first form we have already signed before you become a founder. Because remember, if you don't sign that form, you are not a founder. Though you've technically paid, but you are not a founder because you are not in line with the company. You can do whatever you want to do. That is the guideline. And again, there are things that now we have thank God we have a communication department. When they come out and said, let us be in line, like what our brother Bob have just said here, be in line, come onto the corporate. They don't have to come to you because we are all adult, we are all reasonable. We just have to read between the lines. Come in, do it this way because we can have one channel of communication. And those who go out and do otherwise, you are not complying. You go and give out information because already our CEO said, don't speculate. You go out and you're giving speculation about whatever, you are not complying. It means you are setting yourself above our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, who is the owner of this company. You know, today I was talking to a friend and I related to the Bible. I said, I look at the Good Samaritan, we're looking at the guy who said, oh, squander that money, go and spend. But we forgot to think about the guy who refused to obey the father and said, forgive your brother. Remember? And we talk about, we said, this is it. The father gives an order that I have forgiven your brother, so you must accept. You said, no, I will not accept. So who is disobeying? Is the person who refused to obey. Mr. Ash Mufara owned this company. Honestly, we don't deserve anything to be part of Unpassive. There is nothing we have worked out. We are not better than those who are not founders. But when they say comply, do this, shut down this, they will not tell you shut down, but technically, this is England. I'll talk about English people. They use technical word to tell you shut down. They will not come and tell you shut down. But the way the line is going, you have to read between lines that we don't want this. But they'll say it in a polite way. Comfort, you are here. Bob, you have been here. Vincent, you are here. They tell you this. But now, when you go above that, that is when the law will follow you. That's when they will come and tell you, we told you, but you never. It's like we have to read between the lines. You know, compliance is about everything coming from the communication department. Let us be in line so we can pass one information to the globe. You know, and those who don't listen, I'm sorry, it means you are above Mr. Ash Mufara now.
All right.
So,
Okay.
thank you.
Yes, I appreciate that. If you don't listen, you are just like telling Mr. Ash Mufari what to do.
Yeah.
Brother Vincent and Brother Oliver, for some reason, I want to keep you. I want to wrap up with compliance and let you open up with anything of your choice. It's a free flow. Just so let Brother Bob. We have listened to colleagues. They don't come and tell you do or this. Say this is what you have to stop doing or and stuff like that. What happens when you go non-compliant? When you cannot follow the rules and regulations? When they say do, you don't. When they say don't, you do. What would happen to founders that don't are non-compliant?
Good question. The company reserves the right to terminate your relationship with them. When you come in, remember, we have signed an NDA. Every single one of us have signed an NDA, and there are certain stipulations. We have agreed to comply with what the policies and the procedures and the rules are for the company.
Right.
So when the CEO or Dr. Soha or Engineer Mohammed Kamal, or even some of our founders, Brother Mahdi or Chris Johnson, all this, when they are saying this is what we should do, that means technically it is a directive. It is coming from our founder. So when you disobey and you don't comply with what they are saying, the company reserves the right to terminate her relationship with you. Also, you know, like I said before, the compliance are derived from policies. You know, the company has policies. You don't know, you don't know what is behind the policy that they're asking you to comply for. A violation could cause reputational harm to the company. A violation could cause financial loss to the company. So it is very, very paramount for us to listen to what our founder, our directors, and experts are saying. Thank you.
All right, I think that was a powerful one from policy, and from what I have understood, I would crown it with a beautiful saying from back home in Africa when they say the fly that does not listen would definitely follow the corpse to the grave. So when you don't listen, what happens? You lose your relationship, the sweet harmony that we have here with the company. I think a word to a wise is enough. So I just want to, like we said, we are a free people. We just want to let flow. So Brother Oliver, do you have any other thing you want to pop on, please?
Sure.
Yes, I want to thank my brother Bob and Vincent and Collins. They came out powerfully on this compliance issue, and it is true, we should comply. We've signed the NDA. Maybe people think that that NDA that we signed is just any document so I don't even know, some people went through it, you know, but follow the policies, follow the regulations that the company is putting, you know, in place. And there are more documents coming for us to sign as founders, as brand ambassadors, as customers, and as resellers also. So we still have more documents to sign so that as to comply to the company policy. I will have to meet that standard. Yep, that's what I just want to thank them on that.
Right.
The CEO mentioned something also about that we have we've extended our cloud multi-regions, and that also we had that we got a space also for backup. That he has rented a space for backup. But what one other important thing that he mentioned also, that anything can happen, and if anything happens, we should not fear. The system can crash, or there may be bugs. We should not panic that everything is going to be okay. When he said that we are fine and everything is going to be okay, it's me as an IT person, I know that we have a business continuity plan in place. That one just melts my heart. There are a lot of companies that from day one, within 2-3 hours, they crash. Until today, they've not bounced back. But when the CEO mentioned that we are going to be fine, nobody should panic if anything happens, we are dealing with technology here, but we are going to bounce back, which therefore means we have a business continuity in place. And not only business continuity in place, at least when he said that also, I know that we have RTO. RTO means that we have is recovery time objective, which therefore means within seconds, maximum an hour, the system has to bounce back. That's what RTO means. You know, recovery time objective, and there's also recovery point of objective, which therefore means how long can the company sustain without the data. So when he said that, business continuity came to my mind, that we have it in place. We have the RTO in place, and we also have RPO in place. That alone, we are fine And I want to say that we are in a better position because he has taken all the precautions, all the measures are in place in case of anything that is going to happen. Then when he also said that we've exceeded our capacity, that is why they've extended the multi-cloud region. And that space also, he has rented the space, bam. You know that OnPassive is not any kind of a business. This is a business that the CEO has looked into all the angles, all the loopholes, anything that what can happen. That's I borrowed this word from one of our sister, Dr. Pekan, when he said, Mr. Ash Mufara is the disruptor of the system. Because he is so powerful that he knows software, he knows how system function, he knows he has put all the necessary precautions in place. Nobody should panic. We want to assure all the founders, we should not panic. We should be strong because where we are, look at what we got. Look at we are not even above market value with our products because we cannot just say this thing without talking about our products. We are above the cloud. He said that himself that OnPassive is above the cloud. Look at Burj Khalifa, two buildings, we got it. Look at Hyderabad, we got it. Look at Singapore, we got it. Bangladesh is coming. When he came to Missionaries for Africa, and he said that we have offices in Africa, that melted my heart. So look at the way we are going to the market when we've not even, like we are still getting in. We are still getting in. My brothers and sisters, the OnPassivians, look, and when I say we are fine, I don't always say we are fine. These are the backups to say that we are fine. We are in a very comfortable position. Thank you.
That's just it, right? I don't need to go back repeating what you have said because I can't do it anyway. But I just got one thing, which is transparency, which is that honesty, which makes people feel so good. I remember last time when we were in Worcester, Jane Redfern said, OnPassive has changed her life. I was asking, are you making money? So there are things like this. The CEO prepares you ahead of time. Not expect this, expect that, because nobody's painted white. There's nothing like perfect. That is why Collins would say they always give us 99% assurance and give 1% to God. And we're ready. So that at some point where you hit the back office and nothing's happening, you're like, oh no, we are told, we are prepared, and we are ready for it. Thank you, brother. And of course, Brother Vincent, just roll it out. We will spend a bit time when you touch on database, we'll spend a bit more time on it. I'm sure everybody will definitely chip in. Let's get this going. Brother Vincent, kindly unmute yourself and just pick up and start going.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. I think I will handle this point and then we'll we'll jump to different issues. So what our CEO asks is people to visit the back office. You need to also visit your back office, check your back office. There are so many information there. Everything we are saying here, my brother Oliver said, Collins, Bob, everything is in the back office. So most of the information is in the back office. So if you're not sure, go to visit your back office. Every single webinar, we have a summary in the back office. Visit your back office, get the right information there from your back office. If you're not sure, go there, read it twice. Even if you have to read 3 times, do it. For the NDA, I also ask people to read the NDA. Go to your back office, check your NDA, read your NDA. If you can keep also a copy of your NDA, it's good also to have that. Because if you go to your NDA, you read your NDA, I think everything our brother said is, you won't be outside, you'll be inside because everything is in the NDA. Read properly your NDA. I know some people, they are here for so many years, but they haven't sit down one day to read the NDA. So please, guys, I'm pleading everyone to go to the back office, open your NDA, read the NDA to see all the information our CEO is in the NDA there, all the information. So you'll be compliant with the company. So this is what I would like to add, what my brother said. That's very important. So thank you, Sister Comfort.
All right, thank you so much, Brother Vincent. I'm happy you brought this down right to perspective because it's just simple. Knowledge, they say, is power, right? You have it here written in the books, the NDA is there, the back office, everything is there, and you don't read it, right? So what Vincent is saying here is insisting that we should read the NDA because things that are avoidable, we can avoid them. Let's not go into mistakes that are avoidable when we can avoid them. Read your NDA, take down notes, print them out, read them, underline stuff, and then if you don't understand some portions, come over and ask our great leaders, and they are happy to help make you understand how else can we put it, right? So I'm just happy. And of course, Brother Vincent, you're on the spotlight. You are not going anywhere yet. You are starting this. It's all about database. You know, the CEO, you know, he has said a lot about database, database and data, all of those stuff. You know what I want to get. So just go for it, roll on from there. And I'll have a few stuff. I'll have my brothers add until we get everything about database that.
Okay, thank you, sis. Okay, yes. Thank you, Sister Comfort. So what I would like to say is that our CEO, we have to thank our CEO for the great job he did. He did a very, very, very important job. Very good job as well. So congratulations for that. Because when we see how the integration, we know the switch technology Mr. Ash did is fantastic, because not every company have done that. None of the company right now have done the technology Mr. Ash pushed it down. So there is technology that Mr. Ash pushed it down. What happened? We have an underlying database. So even all our website, all the technologies, they are sitting on the database. So all the information we put in there, all the requests, anything goes to the database, and the database, if I go to the database, I'm looking for anything, or maybe I go to our website, all the information I'm looking for is to query the database. But from the website, we always query the database. So what Mr. Ash have done, he put all this from different database sources. We have a different database company, similar like car company. You can have BMW, you can have a Toyota, Nissan. So even all together, Mr. Ash has put everything, integrating all together, so we can switch from one to another. So this is something you need to understand, the technology, that this is a powerful job that he did, because you can get some job from maybe SQL Server, from Microsoft SQL Server, from Oracle, from MySQL. So all connect all together, integrate them together, so that when user go to the website, from one place, you can click and get all the information at the times. So you don't need to switch from one. So it's very easy what he did. And there was powerful one that no company have done that before. So this is the first time that we have seen this. And then this is what make OnPassive the greatest company in the world, because that database integration, because this is something that no one have done that. So it's very powerful and then very technical. And then also on top of that, like Oliver said, we have RTO in place, RPO in place, everything's there. Even the backup system is done. So anything happen, even we have a natural disaster, we can see that in few minutes time, we can recover all our system back to place, like nothing happened to the company before. All this is done. And then through is back to our data center. We have powerful data center. Mr. Ash said, everything has been done. So we have to thank all founders, to thank Mr. Ash for this great technology he has put in place that no one have done that before. So I will leave it there. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Wow, that's a powerful one. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. And somebody's asking whether it just popped on my screen. Guys, don't text me privately. I get a bit distracted by that. So somebody's asking whether it is non-compliant to comment on a conversation like this. No, it's not. You are only getting non-compliant when you say a proprietary stuff publicly. That is where you go wrong. There's nothing wrong about talking about your own business, reason for which you are a brand ambassador, so let's feel free. Let's just enjoy our business, because what does Dr. Soha say? She says that you are the brand ambassador because you represent your business out there. So how do you represent your business without talking about it? But tell just what the public needs to know, and what needs to be in your chest pocket remains there. I think that's what we are talking about here. It's not like holding people down. So before we go ahead, I would like, Brother Bob, would you like to chip in just a quick comment on what Brother Vincent had said, please?
I was going to chip in on what Oliver said, and then I'll come into Vincent. When Oliver talked about our CEO on Wednesday, on Tuesday, he was full disclosure to us. That is the brilliance of our founder, Mr. Ash Mufarah. he disclosed he's open. He's open to us. He doesn't want us to think that everything is a bed of roses on X day we're going to launch and everything is going to be fine and dandy. No, that's not how it works. And he prepares us. He tells us that there are going to be some issues. There are going to be bugs. OnPassive is delivering the most sophisticated system and the most superior products that the world has ever seen. It is given that upon deployment, when we launch to the world, there are going to be issues. You know, Mr. Mufara is telling us that, but I can assure you, like my brother Oliver said, I can assure you that there is a rapid response team. As I sit here, I can see a war room in Hyderabad. I can see a war room with all the various teams, you know, the database team, the networking team, the development team, the configuration management team, the security team, security architecture team. They are sitting inside a room with giant monitors connected to the servers, the databases, the network, and everything, and they are monitoring. And with a contingency plan, like Oliver said, a contingency plan and a system of activating that plan as soon as there's anything, any issue, any bug. And I'm sure also that Odesk is also in play here, because all the issues are going to be logged through Odesk and the developers are going to respond to it swiftly, and the configuration management team is going to deploy the code quickly, and things are going to be seamless because our founder, we deal with experts. You know, everything is going to be fine, but he's preparing us to know that that is the reality on the ground when things happen. In terms of our database, I mean, we have state-of-the-art system, database. Mr. Mufara told us, like Oliver said, he told us we have reached our capacity already. What does that tell you? I mean, you have to think between the lines. We are not going to say anything, but think between the lines what that means. We have reached our capacity and we are renting backup cloud storage. But he also told us something very good on Tuesday about our state-of-the-art 21st century green data center that is coming, unlimited capacity. That is his goal. His scalability is unlimited. That is always our founders' dream, you know. And he told us how, thanks to the hand of the Almighty that is hovering over OnPassive and our founder, something that was supposed to be delivered in about a year and a half takes about somewhere around 4 months, you know. And the people that are engaged, the company that is giving, the company that is supplying this equipment, #1 in the world, the people that are working to put it together, from military to secretary, I mean, all the experts that we need, you know. So I think we're just getting ready and making sure that once we roll out, as everything is rolling out, and the more data that is flowing into our systems, we'll be able to handle the capacity when that time comes.
Wow. I'm just grinning. I'm just smiling from molar to molar listening to this. It's just music in my ears. Yeah. So, Brother Collins, I would equally like you to give a quick contribution to data center and everything surrounding that. But if you can, please begin with what green data is. Some of us don't know these things. Tell us.
Thank you, Mr. Comfort. Yeah, yeah. If we look at it, I just want to applaud Oliver, Vincent, Bob. You know, you guys have just made like really big contributions. So when we look at green data, you're talking about energy efficient data. So we're not consuming, you know, we're thinking about the ecosystem for every software you build. You know, if you are not energy efficient, imagine your fridge. If it's not energy efficient, you will never buy it. The more, you know, when you have something that consumes a lot, what will happen means you are paying a lot of money for the energy. But Mr. Ash Mufara, as things always want to go green, and that is the plus. It means we are even saving the environment. You know, the nature, we are saving the environment. So green means energy efficient. Then now when we look at our data center, I know Mr. Ash Mufara talk about our data center, talk about the suppliers, talk about the latest technology we are having, talk about the second data center coming, that will be unlimited. So when we look at unlimited, why do we need unlimited data center? We're looking about all our products. They are all unlimited. We're looking about O Connect, O Mail, O Staff, whatever we have in our ecosystem, They are all unlimited. So now, how will the data center, why do you need unlimited data center? So for instance, if all your products are unlimited, you need something, a storage facility that is unlimited. And that is where Mr. Ashmufara is driving to, because the number of data that will be coming in, if we cannot hold it, the system will crash immediately. They'll tell you, no, we cannot handle it. We have met our capacity and there is no way. So we need that, because remember, O-Connect is big data. We're thinking about unlimited. O-Mail, number of people that will use it. O-Play, number of people that will use it. You know, and we're talking about, let me even touch about O-Connect, because last time we talked about O-Connect.
Brother Collins, I don't mind if you can, please just round up on data, because we will go back to O-Connect. You said a lot of sweet things. We just want to pretend that you have not said anything at all, and visit that again, please. So just clean up the data center and let's move on. Yes.
Yeah. So the data center, honestly, that is why Mr. Ashmufara is going green.
Yes.
And again, we're talking about mobile data center. That's something we cannot hide. You know, remember, no company will tell you about where their data center is located. No company, you will never know. Maybe the CEO will know where it is and they can move it anytime. You know, gone are those days where you need big area. I've seen people showing data center, large land, and all of those things. And I say, you know what? You are still living in the past. Remember when we had hard drive, it was massive noise. You know, it was how many? We're not talking about terabyte. We're not talking about gigabyte. We're talking about what? I even forgot the name because it's even outdated. I've even just forgot the name. You know, it was massive. But now you can have 1 terabyte in your pocket. 1 terabyte can take even, or 2 terabyte can take millions of people, but it's in your pocket. Wow. The time is coming where, whether we like it or not, people will work with data center in their pocket, because you will not need, what is rack? People talk about racks and this and that. You know, data center is just a building with racks and servers in there. Rack can be tiny bit. You can put in a micro milli center and just put in a chip, put it in your pocket, and you work with it. So when they talk about data center, we are talking Mr. Ashmufara limiting space, automated, AI driven, you know, we talk about fiber optic cable running and all of those with laser technology and things that we don't even know. And you can have it under the sea. I'm telling you, data center can be under the sea. You don't even know. It can be where you don't know. No company will even release where their data center is. When Mr. Brown said it, I said, this is true. You work in a company, you don't even know where. You can see your server running in the office, but you cannot see, because the servers are just there, but pushing the data in the data center because it's massive. You don't know where the data center is, because that is a secure area. It's a secure, because if they get that data center, they've got the whole place with secure documents and all of those proprietary information. So it is massive.
Perfect. I know. I think I like that. The concluding term is just what I wanted to borrow and use. And so I'll go ahead to do that, guys. So I don't know what you think listening to these 4 gentlemen here. Drop a comment. Let's know how they are doing. Let's know how much you are learning from them. Because now I just need certification. I just want to write a test and get a certificate from what I've learned from these people sitting with me right here now. And from my understanding so far, I feel that we've got everything it takes to be the giant of the world. And so we are, of course, the new internet. Nobody can debate that. We are not in competition with anybody. We just have a solution for everybody. That is who we are. That is on passive for us. So there's nothing you can do. However, guys, keep cool, take a deep breath. Do not bother about the jargon, the technical jargon my brothers are using. They are technicians. They are speaking their language, right? So they're all in all about everything. Just tell yourself, when you listen to those words, just nod and smile like I do, and you say what Collins just said. It is massive. That's all you need to know. They are explaining all of these things just for a layman like you and myself to know that what we are facing here is massive. And so my brother Oliver says, we are fine. That's just all you need to know, that you are fine. Don't worry yourself that I want to read those, I want to understand what these guys are saying, because you cannot understand them. You don't need to understand them, because it is all done for you and myself. Thank you, guys. I love you really so much. You are doing really well so far. Now, this is something that is touching me deep down. I don't know about you others. Let's touch on it really quick. I'll give you just 1 minute each. We cannot ignore this. when we listened to Dr. Soha, I think it was the week before, she talked about this research that the team has done on the developed worlds, in the developing countries. You know, they have gone ahead and done a massive research just with the intention to give our people from the developing countries a better or best experience on social media. What do you think? Because we cannot ignore this, it's about us, right? So what would this mean to developing countries? Brother Bob, you go first, really just quick on this.
No, thank you, Sister Comfort. Thank you, my brothers. I thought that was, when I heard that, of course, you know, I'm an African by origin, just like all of us here. I'm from Cameroon. And when I heard that, I was very, very, very excited, because she told us that they have done their research, and you know, they are seeing based on their research that we are not ready for the new technology that, you know, that is coming, and they're not even aware of AI. The research is on AI, how AI is impacting social media, and but the good thing that I got from that. From Dr. Soha is that Omedia is going to help. You know, Omedia is going to help out to bring that awareness to the African countries. But that also was an affirmation to me. That was also an affirmation of what Mr. Ash had told us 2 weeks before that at MFA. You know, when Mr. Ash told us about employees in Africa, offices, including drivers and all that. So that was really, really, really good for me to hear that, and just have the confidence that, you know, Ash Mufara is thinking to uplift and light up not only Africa, but the entire world. Thank you.
Entire world, exactly. So, Brother Oliver, really quick, what do you think this would mean to us, to the developing countries? This research, looking at these things and all the promises and the sweetness.
Oh yes, you know, AI is OnPassive is leading now in AI. I would say that because when you look at all the others, they are not AI embedded 100% like OnPassive. So for AI now to be in developed countries, let me talk about Africa in particular. That is from where I'm also from. It's a virgin zone. It's a virgin zone. So you see how AI is going to impact almost everybody in Africa. Look at our products. Look at our products. They speak for themselves because they are all with artificial intelligence from scratch. They embedded AI from scratch. So we are going to benefit from it. And since I say is Africa is a virgin zone, and other like PNG, India, even here in the United States, the developed countries also, it's still a virgin zone. The whole world is still a virgin area when it comes to AI. So we have to understand where we are going, the vision that Mr. Ash Mufara has put in place. You know, so this is something that our children, our great grand, they'll really benefit from it 100%. Mr. Ash Mufara has put the foundation stone on AI now in the world. From scratch, 100%. Like I always will have that template. OnPassive is the only company that I know that all their products are from scratch 100%. So Africa and other developing countries are going to benefit from it.
Correct. Brother Vincent, really quick. Let's just see how this. So guys, don't get us wrong. People, you know, even me, I use examples of where I know most. But then the research was done on all developing countries and to give them best user experience on social media. So we are touching Africa because we are just using home as example, but it applies to every developing country. Brother Vincent.
Oh, thank you, Sister Comfort. Yeah, we're starting from this issue with Africa as an African. I think it's good research that Dr. Soha and OnPassive did for Africa. First of all, we have an issue of network, because the network connection, especially the internet, is poor. So many areas in Africa, they don't have the internet. We are still far behind compared to other parts of the world, because the internet, this is where everything starts. And then internet connection is very expensive. When we run maybe corporate webinar, some people, they can connect only for 1 hour or 2 hours, not because they don't want to be in a webinar, because they can't afford to stay many hours for the internet connection. So it's a big problem for them. So all these issues, I think OnPassive, the solution is OnPassive. So OnPassive going to reduce all these problems that these guys in Africa they are facing. So OnPassive going to bring a better solution according to everything in OnPassive, our ecosystem. So when the ecosystem is going to resolve all this problem. So for me, this is a good, and then my brother Oliver mentioned that artificial intelligence is not developed in Africa. So this is also opportunity to push OnPassive, going to push all these technology, the latest technologies that we don't have in Africa, OnPassive going to bring in Africa, and then of course going to give the opportunity to Africa continent to also move forward, and then be, even if we can be like the other part of the Europe, but the difference between them and us will be very short, not too much, because OnPassive is going to do the job for us. So with all the latest technology we have in OnPassive, we can sort it all the problem we have in Africa. Thank you, Sister.
Wow. Wow. All right, Brother Collins, you are going to do the last contribution here. Try not to mention Africa. Just use another country as an example. So go for it now. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. I'll just, there are a lot of countries that are struggling.
Yes.
You have countries in Asia as well, India, you have remote area, you have even China, remote areas are there.
Yes.
You have Papua New Guinea, you're talking about the West Indies, South America, they have all these issues. The example is Papua New Guinea. We've been there several times to talk to them, and we know the problem they are facing. So we're talking about AI coming. Internet has always been their problem. These people love to be in all the webinars. But again, they always join early, and then after 1 hour, gone. Poor network, poor connectivity, and all of those things. And their main issue they've been crying is internet. So I believe OnPassive will be the solution to their cry. Once they have that connectivity, we are talking about laser technology that we have that will pinpoint their device, boost their gadget from 1G maybe to 5G, and they can get that, that proper connectivity. And this will happen only when you are in OnPassive ecosystem. So please, founders, don't feel like when I'm out of OnPassive ecosystem, I will still get that connection. No. But in OnPassive ecosystem, that is the advantage you have, that you have that booster for you to be able to have watch your webinar on OConnect, because soon we'll leave Zoom and we'll be in our own OConnect. So you have that ability to join. And who knows in the future if Mr. Ash Mufara will shoot satellites to space to provide internet to every part. Because that is what this man is thinking. Mr. Ash Mufara is crazy in a good way.
Yeah, he's capable of doing anything by the grace of God.
Yeah. So, and when it happens, we say, hallelujah, thank God, we have it now. Right. And all this, the children that will learn using Academy, use all those things, because we have all of that, AI driven, and everything is just done for you in our in-house. So I'll leave it there to comfort.
Thanks, bro. Thank you. So guys, whoever is watching us now, we would say you are a bit late, but good news here is this is being recorded. Just go ahead. If you are watching from YouTube, subscribe to any channel you are watching on, because these updates as programmed by the corporate are going on at least twice a day. You have this one at 12 noon Eastern Daylight Time, and you have one at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So if you missed out on this webinar, watch it immediately we're done. Go and start from the beginning, because it is heavily pregnant with information that you need to know. This is your business. This is your new life. You would never live the pre-OnPassive life again. From here henceforth, this is your life. You cannot give what you don't have. Know your business so that you will tell people exactly what your business is all about. So now, before we round up, let's touch on an explosive. This thing just gets me tickled, and I'm just shivering that we want to touch on this. Brother Oliver, you surely go first. Looking at OConnect, what the CEO has presented to us, and we saw, I was just like, that time I want to take the mouse from him and just touch it too, but it's not yet time. After all, we're getting there soon. So then looking at what Collins and Red did the other day, and our sister, I've forgotten her name, sorry, it was wonderful. But we cannot go without touching on OConnect, except that this webinar did not hold. Bro, what comments do you have? Brother Oliver, go first and just touch on OConnect really quick, and let's make a round before we close. Thank you.
Oh my. Look, OConnect is has those disruptive features that, in fact, we are the top and the top and the toppest on this planet Earth when it comes to conference in that communication tool that we have called that I don't know which word to use, O Connect. When I saw whiteboard on O Connect, it took me bananas down. I was flat with my stomach because whiteboard that is embedded also with AI in it. Whiteboard is that board that when you are in O Connect or you're in a conference or you are in a webinar, you can draw. If you want to draw a diagram, let's say as an IT person, I want to draw a flow chart of an architectural flow chart to demonstrate. I just need to go to that white that is at the upper right hand corner. Click there, I start drawing, and with AI, when you want to draw 0, it knows that you want to draw 0, the 0 just completed. Then you also you can upload document, those documents that everybody that is in that participant that are in there, they have access to it. And not only that you can upload document, those documents you can get them in PDF or in Word. You cannot be that. Then when I saw again a calculator on it, I was like, tell me. I don't want to call those other providers their names, but tell me, can they compete with us? Then the CEO told us that before it was 1,000. I think last week it was 30,000, and the goal is unlimited.
Right.
Tell me.
Correct.
Let me leave it there for my other brothers.
Yes, I know. Yes, guys. So we know this is our baby. This is our dream. Everybody cannot just wait touching this. So what has to be in our chest pockets, guys, let it remain there. Today, I am your Dr. Soha. Tell us what we need to know. Keep the rest where it's supposed to be. So, Brother Bob, do you have a comment on O Connect, please?
Yes, thank you, Sister Comfort. Brother Oliver already got the most points. But what I just want to emphasize is, number one, we are in the industry. We use some of the products, some products that are similar to O Connect. I tell you here with certainty, there is nothing in the market, in the industry right now, like O Connect. O Connect is revolutionary. It's totally going to change the game. They use the visualization, right? When you come to O Connect, you see everything that you're looking for. The user experience, you want to stay there. You know what I mean? It is built for the user to have an exhilarating experience, as I say it. Everything is there on one screen for you to see. You can launch a website within. It's just crazy, And of course, the scalability, it's unlimited. It's going to be unlimited. That we don't have that now. I'm sorry, we don't have that now in the industry. So O Connect is coming in to just change the whole dynamics. And then guess what? At a better price.
I know.
At a better price. Thank you.
That's the craziest part of it. So if it's not crazy, then Ash doesn't do it, unfortunately. Yeah. So that's it. So who is not blessed to be part of this? Because I look at myself, I'm just like, how did I get here? So you can't explain, right? It's just to say thank you, if at all thank you were to be enough. So Brother Vincent, he touched that word, and it's a word that you are so in love with, scalability and all of those things. So if you can just touch on that and a quick comment on O Connect, so that Collins will round that up, then we would be happy to go back home today.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. O Connect is amazing. I know my brother, they said about O Connect. O Connect have the switch technology that when you be in the dashboard, can switch to different users. So the users, we have unlimited users. So it's not like what we are using, Zoom, where 20,000 people, and then it says mass. We're using O Connect, all our on Persevian, on Persevian, we can connect one time to one webinar. This is the magic of O Connect. We can switch the features, we won't say it. So O Connect is amazing. It's something that we haven't seen it before. And then it's going to blow the whole world. It's going to blow the IT world because, and then even the screen, we can share multiple screen, but with the one we have at the moment, we can share only one screen. But with O Connect, you can share multiple screens at the same time. We can use it for teachers, because sometimes when the student, they connect to Team or other Zoom, they're sitting there, the teacher cannot know what they are doing, if they are distraction or all things. But with O Connect, the teacher can know that this student A is distracting, is not following what he's doing. So there are so many features that others, they don't have it. So I'll leave it there for my brother Collins. Yeah.
For sure. Thank you.
It's
Thank you
powerful,
much, bro.
powerful All Connect.
I know. So, Brother Collins, over to you.
Yeah, that is All Connect. You know, we're talking about All Connect. All Connect is really, really massive. You know, like we talk about Red, and we discuss about the technology behind All Connect. Like our brothers already said, they've already given all the functionality where you can share files, you can share video. But the good thing about All Connect is the application, the software which they use to build All Connect. We're talking about WebRTC. We're talking about HTML5. And what is WebRTC? It's a web real-time communication. It's a software which they use. It's like you want to communicate in real time, and it helps for you to share your videos, right? It helps to share video and voice, audio and video, you know, over the web. So we're talking about WebRTC. So that is the use of WebRTC. It helps you to share videos and audios over the web. Now we're talking about HTML5. You know, we have HTML, which is a hypertext markup language. You know, first we have HTML. HTML first, it was just like there you can write your text and everything with the code, and that is it, done. But HTML5 came in because it was like HTML couldn't support a lot of things like video and audio. So they said, let's go to HTML5. HTML5 can support audio and video in real time. And it's a coding language that structures the whole of your web application. Now, you cannot build it and leave it like that. To make it nice like the way we are seeing, you need to add CSS, we call it cascading style sheet. You add it there, it makes your font, you know, your drag and drop, whatever you want to do, it just make the color and everything, and the way you want to shape the text. Without that, again, you need to add JavaScript, because JavaScript is dynamic display. You have to click that button, display. Click that button, JavaScript is dynamic. So you need 3 things to build your web application. HTML, which is 5, you can go cascading style sheet with CSS, and JavaScript for dynamic display. Now, this is the beauty about OnPassive, because they use the latest WebRTC and HTML5. HTML5 is the latest code because it supports video and audio. And that's why Mr. Ash Mufara decided to go for that. And maybe I'll just round it there. It is so crazy, and most of those things, they are just in there, and to test it all.
Wow, this is just, I'm just shaking my head. Listen, this is just a follow-up question. I did not intend to get it, but if that's what I got it from you, then I'm just going to get crazy right now. So this WebRTC, is it going to be like podcast? Is it something like that?
No, it's a code.
Okay,
so
okay, it's a code. All right.
It's like real-time communication. So it helps you to communicate real-time. In real-time. So it supports videos and audios. Right. Sharing over web application, so you can share, and it gives you one-to-one sharing. So you can share your video with me, I can share my audio with you. So that's the code that helps you to do all of that thing, and it's embedded in what? In HTML5, because you must have, if you use HTML and you use WebRTC, it will not integrate work because HTML cannot support video and audio. So you need HTML5 to support that, so you can integrate these 2 code to give you a better, you know, experience, user experience, as I can say.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate. And whoever joined us, those who joined us through Zoom and through the YouTube channel, please stay tuned. So this journey, like I would say, started in 2018. However, if you have been walking the journey, know that it's just about to begin right now. And the tides are high, they are high. So listen, before we round up, please, I will quickly remind us of a few things. You are a brand ambassador, I am a brand ambassador, and of course, we are brand ambassadors. So every founding member of OnPassive who paid their $102 and signed the NDA, you are a brand ambassador of OnPassive. And what do you need to do? You need to be glad that you are one of those. You need to think, as Dr. Soha advised, think a million times before you speak. If you are not sure about anything about our company, do not say it. Come back, ask for clarification so that next time you will say it well. Because we are an ethical company, We are just here to clear up the pollution that has polluted the earth, the world for as long as it's been on. We are just correcting the corruption. There are no two ways. And like Dr. Soha and her team say, what we need to do is do just what is correct. Let us tell people about what unpassive is and not about what it is not. That is unpassive for you. No more, no less, no sugarcoating, no guessing. If you are not sure, please hold it there. Once again, read your NDA. Guys, I appreciate you so much for job well done. And if you missed out on this, go back and watch it. Thank you so much, great brothers in the house. Thank you, and see you again really soon. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.